Everybody, my name is Russell Kilgore. I'm here in Houston. I work for a land service company called Cinco Energy. A decision I want to tell you about was about 2013 when we expanded to our Denver office, and we weren't sure if we wanted to take that risk and use the finances to expand when Houston was already successful. Our president and the owner of our company is the decision maker in this case, and he's it's not a group or anything. It basically comes down to him, and I spoke to him, and he didn't particularly do any of the exact tools step by step like we did in class, but he did do statistical analysis, and he did some and did do some sort of probability and expectations, and put weight on and more importance on certain things that he was hoping to get out of and compared to others. Obviously, the most important thing that you're trying to do with an investment like that is you're trying to make money, and for a land service broker like him, you make money by having more people working, having more landmen working, having more revenue and day rates being generated, which brings profit to everyone. So he succeeded in that. That's why it's a good decision. That's why it's an effective decision. Uh, it was effective and it was optimal, towards the financial goals and of Cinco, and it was a good decision because, it stuck to Cinco's values, and it was the right thing to do at the right time. And he didn't know exact probabilities going in, but the advantage that he had to make it more less risk is that you know you were able to meet with other people that you were friends with here in Houston that were other land service owners, and you could talk to them about, and because they had already moved on to the Rocky Mountains and they had Denver office locations, so you could see their success, and you had a higher probability of doing the same thing because your company was at least as successful in Houston, and that you could stamp that and increase your profits by moving to Denver just like they did. And so your probability was higher than if you didn't know them, and if you didn't have some inside information like that where you could uh, you know increase your chances for improved revenue. So and the location, it was also important that the location, because making the decision, you know going through the tree, the decision included, it didn't, it didn't go from maybe this location to and maybe this one. It was this one or not. And because, meaning, this one you wanted to be in the downtown prime location where you could really be seen and affiliate with people and establish yourself. So there was no really, it wasn't like there was two locations. You really wanted to be in one particular location or none at all. So that's important to note as far as looking at the tree. So think about that. And that was pretty much it. And did it work? Yeah. I mean, profits increased. It's still open. It's still successful. It was a little risky, but it was low risk because the downside was just minimal. It's not like you had to go buy a big, uh, investment. It was cheaper to do that than some other places, and the majority of the expenses uh, were on the particular location because it was probably more expensive to get the good spot, but at that risk turned out to be profitable, and that was a good decision. So uh, here we are, 2 years later. Thank you.